Hello everyone, welcome back to Abdo channel. In today's video, we will talk about what are the different service models available in the cloud computing. When I say service models available in the cloud computing, it is also referred as different cloud computing models. Okay, so we will get to know the different cloud computing models or the cloud service models available in the cloud computing. Okay, so as we know, cloud computing is all about cloud service providers will be providing resources that are required to build a system in the form of service, and the customers who are subscribed to that cloud service provider will be utilizing those resources as services, right? So that's all about cloud computing, as it is all based on the service models. So there are three kinds of cloud computing models or service models available in any cloud computing platform. Those are called as EAS, PaaS, and SaaS. EAS means infrastructure as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. SaaS means software as a service. So uh, these are the three different models the services of a cloud service platform will be provided. Okay, so we know that in any IT system, infrastructure is required, platform is required. On top of platform, we will deploy the applications, right? So when I say infrastructure, like physical machines, storage, network, switch, router, all those comes under the network interface card, firewalls, load balance, all those comes under the infrastructure layer of a IT system, right? So when you are trying to lease them from a cloud service provider will provide them as a service. Like instead of having the physical machine, you can have the virtual machine or the Azure virtual machine or AWS EC2 instance, Elastic Compute Cloud instances. Those all comes under the infrastructure component. So instead of maintaining your own machines in your on-premise systems, you can lease virtual machines or the EC2 instances or the virtual networks, all of them from the cloud service provider, and those are called as infrastructure as a service components. Okay. Similarly, uh, there is that's what we have seen. We have talked about infrastructure, right? Hosting servers or storage servers, database servers, all those are the infrastructure components required to build an IT system, and we are leasing them from the cloud service providers such as AWS, Amazon, or Google. Okay, GCP cloud. So coming to the next one, that is a platform as a service, right? So here in under the platform category, what all components we have: operating system, application servers, database servers, deployments, or the development environments, right? Suppose if you want to have a platform to build Java application, then you need some Java runtime environment, JDK and JRE, or if you want to build from Spring Boot based microservices applications, some Spring Boot libraries, database servers, some database libraries, all those things you need, right? So those all are called as platform. Okay, so you can lease the operating system while you are leasing the virtual machine. You can also lease the operating system from the cloud service provider, which is a PaaS service. Again, the database service says like AWS RDS, AWS Aurora, Amazon, Azure SQL instances. All those are you can lease. All those are available so that you can lease them as a platform as a service. So platform as a service means on top of platform will be available like operating system, application server, database servers on top of a virtual machine. So you don't have to manage the infrastructure. You platform will be provided. You just have to develop or deploy the applications on the platform. Develop the application. Runtime environment will be provided to you as part of the PaaS services. Okay, that's all about the PaaS. So coming to the SaaS, the software as a service, right? Applications deployed on the platform and they're ready to use. When I say SaaS, right? like Gmail, Google Maps, OneDrive. All these are examples for SaaS-based application, software as a service. So we are not going to install anything in your local machines. I mean the end users, right? Basically, whoever is using Gmail, OneDrive, Google Maps, right? They are not installing the servers. They are not installing any softwares. First of all, right? They are just connecting to that service through their browser internet connection and using the service. That's it. So someone might have deployed the services on the cloud platform, those applications on the cloud platform as a SaaS product, and end users are utilizing those products, those SaaS products. So any customer, right, who subscribe to any cloud service provider, they can deploy the applications on the platform and provide them as SaaS products to their customers. So they have to manage whenever they are providing their applications as SaaS products, like Google is providing Gmail and Google Maps as SaaS products, right? They have to manage the access rights and the accessibility uh, of all the applications of all their customers. Okay, suppose if your organization is deploying an application as a SaaS product, so you on a cloud platform, so whoever is registering with your application on that SaaS product, you have to maintain. Your organization have to maintain their access rights and their everything. Okay, that is the responsibility of the SaaS product owners who are deploying the applications on the SaaS. Okay, that's what we have seen it, right? So we have seen in detail about the infrastructure as a service, virtual machines, virtual networks, platform as a service like application servers, database servers, runtime environments, middleware components. Applications means software as a service. All the applications will be deployed on a platform, will be given as a software as a service. So those are the different cloud computing models that are available in any cloud computing platforms. So the way the services are being uh, provided to the customers are being utilized by the customers are being segregated into these three categories like IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So when you deploy when you lease any resources from a cloud service provider, right, your responsibilities are being offloaded from an on-premise organization to the cloud service provider, right? When you are deploying your own resources in your own premises, then all it is all your responsibility, right? But when you are leasing the resources from a cloud service provider, then some of your responsibilities will be taken out from you and will be given shared with the cloud service provider. That we will see it now. What how the responsibilities are being shared. Okay, see here, this is a consolidated diagram that shows the different systems, different cloud computing systems like ES, PaaS, and SaaS, and on-prem. What is managed by you and what is managed by the cloud? Okay, suppose in on-premise system, everything is managed by you. Everything is in your control. You have to manage everything like networking, storage, servers, physical machines, virtualization, OS, runtime environments, runtime libraries, and the applications deployed on those middleware components or on the OS or on the server, right? And the data that is generated by the application. All these things you have to manage and you have the full control over it in the on-premise system. So, but as we are moving to the cloud, my system, right? My system wants to utilize the infrastructure services like uh, virtual servers and the storage servers and the networking components from the cloud service providers such as AWS. Then all the virtualization, server storage, and the virtual networks will be managed by the cloud. But once you get the virtual servers or the virtual network, you have to install your required OS and required runtime environment, required application servers, required applications, and you have to manage everything, the data that is produced by the applications. So this is called as ES. So OS middleware runtime data applications will be managed by you. Remaining all will be managed by the cloud provider such as AWS. So, but I'm not going to take infrastructure as a service like only the virtual servers or the storage or the network, but I'm going to take the whole platform itself. Okay, I'll be taking some platform like runtime environment. I want to develop some application, some Java based application. That platform I will be taking, or some database platform I will be taking from as a lease. I'll be taking for lease from the cloud service provider, AWS or Azure, right? So platform will be provided by the cloud service providers. When I say platform, it's not only the infrastructure but also the platform that is required to build the application. Suppose if I'm taking a database platform, so database required libraries or the database server, server will also be provided on top of the infrastructure like networking, storage, servers, virtualization, everything. Okay, so they will be providing a virtual server and also a platform on top of it. So everything will be managed by the cloud till your runtime platform. Okay, so you just have to build and deploy the applications on top of the platform that is developed by the that is taken for lease from the cloud service provider. So suppose for example, if I'm taking database platform for lease from the cloud service provider, then I don't have to manage anything. Everything, the platform, till the platform or the runtime or the middleware runtime libraries will be managed by the cloud. What I have to manage, whatever the schema that I'm going to create on that database platform, or whatever the data that is being injected or being inserted into those tables, all that I have to manage. Okay, as an organization when I'm going with the PaaS services. Okay, similarly if you are taking Azure based web app plans or AWS Elastic Beanstalk components, these all are the PaaS services. Okay, so you don't have to deal with the virtual servers or the runtime libraries. Everything will be provided and managed by the cloud. Okay, you just have to deploy the applications on those services and manage the data that is produced by the applications. Okay, that is about the PaaS. So while coming to the SaaS based products, you don't have to manage anything like in your Google Cloud, or I mean not in the Google Cloud, like in your Gmail or in OneDrive or Google Maps, right? Everything will be managed by the cloud itself. Okay, like virtual network, virtual servers, middleware, runtime libraries, applications. Gmail will not be managed by you, right? Gmail will be managed by the cloud provider, that is the Google itself. Similarly, Google Maps will also not managed by you, right? You are just end user of it. So your end user data you can add and remove, but the storage and the maintenance of your end user data will be done by the application owner who deployed the SaaS product on that SaaS platform. Okay, everything will be managed by the cloud. So these are the different cloud computing models, or the way services are being offered by the different service cloud service provider, ES, PaaS, and SaaS. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next video with another topic. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.